everybody, and welcome back to the CZ Media Podcast. It has been a while, but summer vacation, house stuff all got in the way, but we are back with a great show. Before we get started, I want to remind everyone to support our sponsors, Rancho Bravo Tacos. They have 2 locations, Capitol Hill and Wallingford. Birria Tacos, do you like Mexican food?
Yes, my girl took me there, I'm not gonna lie.
Birria Tacos are popping up everywhere, which is a slow-cooked beef. Then it's the tortilla is fried in the broth, and then a bunch of cheese, and then you dunk the taco in the thing. Oh, so good, man. So go and get some of their birria tacos. Enjoy the patio, Capitol Hill. Yeah. Some crazy stuff's gonna happen. It's a free show, right? Some tacos. Man. Watch the excitement that goes on Capitol Hill. Yeah. And then their other location is in Wallingford. It's a walk-up location, but walk up, order your food, and then go about your business. And then also a shout out to Soulmates. They are Seattle's premier sneaker shop.
Those are my peoples over there.
Yeah. They're also located on Capitol Hill. If you're looking for any sort of heat, and then, I mean, I've got my closet full of Soulmates heat. The reverse mochas just came out. I got some of those.
I've seen those.
They're nice. At first, when I saw the picture of them, I'm like, I wasn't digging it too much. But then as soon as I had them in hand, it's like, these are coming home.
I still haven't seen what those look like.
No, those are the ones I showed you.
The mochas?
The white one, yeah.
Those are those?
The reverse, yeah. The ones that just came out. They came out last week, I think.
Didn't even know that's what it was called.
Yeah.
But those are crazy.
Yep, they're the Travis reverse mocha.
Those are crazy.
Yep. So check out their website, sms206.com. They are located at 1422 Harvard Ave. I'm working on getting a discount code for listeners. So, I mean, something to entice you to go over to the website and do some shopping. The website's great. Inventory is up there. You'll be able to shop by size, shop by style. So definitely check them out. And then, of course, these take forever. But, of course, don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. I'm on all of them. Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Check us out. Listen, rate. Listen, subscribe, and rate. All right. What up, Winston?
What's good?
My boy Winston came through today to kick off the new season of shows. Winston, I've had your pops on the show. Yeah. He's a pastor, so you're a pastor's kid.
Yeah, pastor's kid.
But you are a fantastic basketball player. And he comes into the shop and he'll show videos of you doing something, and that joy that he has and the pride that he has of how good you are. So I thought that let's just talk about what is it like to be a gifted athlete in 2022. So go ahead and tell us how good you are at basketball.
I don't even really think. I mean, I know I'm really good at basketball, but I know there's a lot to be done too. So I don't really think I don't try to get ahead of myself like that.
Humble,
but, I try to stay humble. That's how I was raised. Just stay humble. Time's coming. I know there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah. So how old are you? Let's start off with that.
I'm 19.
Man, you're a kid.
I'm 19.
Man, I was gonna offer you a glass of bourbon.
Birthday in October, Libra game.
Okay. Yeah, so 19. Yeah. So how old were you? I'm assuming you've been playing all your life.
Yeah, since I was a kid.
Like with your brother.
Sure. My brother, both of my brothers, Romaine, Jamal, Devontae, all of them was working me back then.
But when did you just start leaving them in the dust?
I would say, I'm not gonna lie, when I knew I had it was in 8th grade when I was playing ball in Florida with my boys in Florida. That's when I knew I could take basketball seriously, because that's when I was working out, start working back then. And then my brother was coming to Florida for the summers and stuff. We would play basketball then, and we would just one-on-one. And that's when I was working out. I'm just trying my moves and stuff and playing against him. He was still better than me, but that's when it was finally competition. I might be able to get off a game, win a game or something. So then that's when I knew all right,
Like you weren't just playing for fun. That you can actually go. Make it something.
For surely, I was grinding on the beach like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. This is middle school too. Like
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everyone says, right? That's what all of the great basketball players say, is that I'm out there early, alone, doesn't matter. And whatever, is it shooting free throws or just going through the same move over and over and over again?
Yeah.
So 8th grade,
reps.
You started doing that.
Getting it in.
And morning. So I'm assuming you made all of your high school teams.
I'm not going to lie, no. So in middle school is what really started, like, I'm not going to lie. Like, a lot of people know me in Seattle, but a lot of people don't know me in Seattle. And it's like, I've been like a little underlooked or overlooked since like when I was younger. So like I've been cut off like my 7th grade basketball team, and that's when I thought I was good at basketball.
Oh man.
And my guy Ray Vaughn, that's when I was used to live in Florida with my mom. We was living in this little community, and we had a basketball court in our community, and we would just always go there, and we was talking about how we was gonna go to tryouts and just go cook, make the team for middle school. Our middle school team was good too. And I went to tryouts. I did my thing, didn't make the team, and I was crying. Like I was.
It hurt.
It hurt. It hurt because I thought I was gonna make the team.
Did you think you were better than?
I did think I was. Yeah, I did think I was better.
Were
than some
you
of the
better
guys.
than a couple?
Some of the guys I was better than,
Yeah.
but to keep it real, like I was still, I was younger. I wasn't all of that still. I had, but just being a hooper, you're thinking you're gonna make the team. And then, so that 7th grade year, I got cut. I was really crying. And then he told me, he was like, bro, we just got to grind this whole summer, come back next year, and really show them what they missed out on. So then that's 8th grade year I had transferred. And then I made the team that year. Went to a different school.
So that pissed you off.
Yeah, and then we ended up beating that same team that cut me. We ended up beating them, and I was happy.
So that was your... So not making the team, instead of you getting bummed out and saying maybe I'm not good, it just fueled like the cliche thing, right, of fueling the fire.
It definitely fueled me.
Like you can, like a lot of people will say, oh, that's what everyone says. But to take something that you love so much and then, I wouldn't call it fail, but not achieve what you wanted to achieve, but then that only make you more resolute. Yeah. Like that's not a trait that many people have.
No, for sure. I feel like, and I don't know why, but it's kind of been a little repetitive for me too, because like even within high school, I went to Rainier Beach High School. That's, a prestigious basketball school. Oh, yeah. And like even going there, I'm thinking, I know I wasn't going to be varsity right away because you got guys like Kevin Porter, Marjan, Jamon Kemp, all of those big name guys that's going to play. And just, being on JV, watching those guys, just having to wait your turn, it puts that more chip on your shoulders because it's like, you could play against those guys, you practice with them, all of that. But it's just like.
Right.
So it's like
I want to be there.
I don't know. It just makes me go harder. Like, cause you gotta really work for that. Like,
where do you think that came from? Like, who instilled this? Like,
I don't know. I know it's in the blood for surely. It's in our blood. Like, I be seeing my cousins, my dad. Like, as I get older, I'm doing like a little more, trying to dive into like family history and stuff, learn about like my people more, so that I can understand myself more. But. I know, too, my mom got some fire in her, and my dad got fire. When he be preaching up there, he be going hard. He got fire in him, too. All my cousins, all that. So I know it's in me. I mean, I couldn't really speak on, like, who really put it in me, like, off just, like, snap.
Yeah,
but
it's just always been there.
Definitely.
It's like
it's been in there. It's just got somebody
to wake it up. If it's not basketball, it would be something else, and you would go just as hard as whatever that is. But you just happen to be basketball.
I found it.
So so I went to a super small high school, and we didn't have any teams. But when I was a kid, I did play in a city league for a little bit. But we were a bunch of short Mexicans. Yeah, it was like I was big. I was the tallest, and I don't know, I was like, what, 5'8", I think, in high school. Yeah. I may have grown a little bit more. because I'm 5. No, when I first wake up in the morning, I'm 5'11".
5'11". I heard you.
So yeah, I was the tallest in high school. So yeah, it was pretty. If you go back, it's probably pretty sad. But we never really. It wasn't really for real competitive, right? We were just playing, and it just so happened to be in a league. What is a high school game like that is really competitive? Like where there's because when you're that good in high school, right? Like how does it work? It's like is there a possibility for some sort of scout or some sort of someone to be at a random game when you're in high school?
For surely. So to answer your first question, the one that just popped up to my head, like as soon as you said, was like, it's called the Hood Classic, like in Metro, Garfield versus Rainier Beach. That's probably about the most popping game you're gonna get in the state of Washington. Like,
okay.
It's like the South End, Rainier Beach, and then the CD, Garfield. They just both hoods opposite, rivals. Come meet up, you guys play against each other, and that's bragging rights right there.
Is it like a sanctioned game, or is it just
it's been around for a long time, like that Hood Classic?
Yeah,
everybody knows about that.
So the like when you play in those games, well, so when you're this good and in high school, you have to treat every game like if someone was watching, right? And so you can't have an off night.
For sure.
You have to go hard you got to. So when you're a kid, what does that feel like?
So look, all right, so even speaking on that, I'm in high school, and then the school that we go, the school I went to, it's not no, basketball is really serious over there.
Yeah.
Like so many guys, Nate Robinson, Jamal Crawford, Terrence Williams, like so many guys that came out of that school. So most people want to go there because they want to get to the next level, or just, they grew up around there, just love basketball. So it's not, I wouldn't really say it's regular to go there. It's like really like it's hard for a kid, like you got to really take basketball serious, or else like you might fall out of love with basketball. Like I even was second guessing it a couple times because
it was so intense.
Yeah, and then like just mistakes, like you got to really be like on it. Like you got to be wanting to get better all the time. And you got to be focused for real. Because if not, I mean, you're in high school, you're a kid. So you're going to make mistakes. You're going to want to do what you want to do. You have fun. You're still a kid. But, yeah, it's tough. You got to be.
So you have to. So then to be a kid and to have that level of dedication to something is just, I can't relate to it because I didn't have anything like that. It's like when I was a kid, my parents, my parents didn't have a whole ton of education. And all they wanted me to do was graduate from high school. And then if I graduated from high school, then it was a win in the parenting column for them. Yeah. So I didn't really have someone saying, yo, why don't you go do extracurricular school stuff? So I was just a knucklehead with my friends out doing nothing really. So then to speak to someone like you who is so young and knows what he wants to do and has that level of dedication to it, that is that. I mean,
I appreciate it.
If I had done that, if I had that, I say to myself, I would have been Jeff Bezos.
You probably would have been. It's just the mindset, really.
CZ Media would be the largest whatever. Well, anyway, I'm not saying it. But at the same time, you have to be okay with getting yelled at. Yeah. Right? Because I'm sure coaches
yelled at
and told that you're doing it wrong and tried to, being corrected every single time. So how do you... So nowadays, right? Nowadays it just seems like kids, and I'm calling you a kid because you're a kid. Kids are being told no one can tell you that you're wrong. All of these messages are saying just you're fine just the way you are. No one can disagree with you. Exactly. If they disagree with you, there's something wrong with them. But that doesn't work in sports.
Yeah, it don't.
It's like you have a coach And then there's more coaches, and their whole lives is dedicated to make a winning team.
Exactly.
And if you're not performing, so how do you? Well, I mean, and then your pops is a pastor, so you have, you know, that foundation of, you know, a spiritual and you know, that type of guidance that you've received. But have you had teammates or friends who find it difficult to balance between people telling me that I'm wrong constantly to, hey, I'm doing it right? I'm not sure if my question is sort of making sense, but
So what you're saying like you're saying like, how do you know the difference between like if a coach is like yelling at you or
how to
or
be
getting on you or what?
open, how to have an open mind and be ready to receive coaching when there are so many messages outside telling you, you know, and it's not the same. It's not exactly the same thing because, you know, it's very specific, but now in general, it just seems like if anyone, like people don't want to be told what to do. So being resistant to authority is kind of what's going on right now. So like is it tough to accept and to say, okay, I'm going to get yelled at. I'm going to have a coach who's going to tell me, you know, X, Y, Z.
So with that, like I would say, like Coach Mike, that's my guy for real. He's gonna get down your throat. Like there was times I would go crying after the game. Like I think Coach hates me. Like I would really not want to play basketball. Yeah. Cause like I really love this game and I'm trying my best and I'm getting yelled at. And I'm not thinking I'm doing what it's. But I mean like when my dad talks to me after the game, it's not really. He's telling me for more of a fact where like coach is like looking out for you. Like if coach is like, you know, yelling at you and then he cares about you, like, but if he's not, it's a reason behind it. But if he's not, you know, if he's not yelling at you, like he sees something in you, like don't take it personal basically. Right. Don't take it personal. Like, and that's what I would say like that's what a lot of us like are now, even like with my generation, we take a lot of stuff personal. So like, so it will really affect a lot of stuff.
That's actually
it's easy to take
the 2 minutes that I spent trying to phrase my question, and you just did it a lot better in 5 seconds. It's the ability to separate, right? The message, from
the delivery. He'll deliver it crazy, but you got to really listen. That's what he told me a lot too. He was don't focus on the delivery. You got to focus on the message, like that he's saying. So he'll tell you like, boy, if you don't, no. But he's really saying, all right, come on, play harder, buddy. Come on, let's go. Like trying to win the game.
There was, I don't know, maybe it was last year, but some football coach got in trouble because during a game he smacked a player on the head. He had a helmet on. Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do know what you're talking about.
And so, in the coach, I mean, they got him. Unfortunately, they got him on TV. So he got into trouble and he had to apologize. But I was thinking, this is not the first time this coach has smacked a player on the head.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably, I don't know.
And there's probably a reason. And it's like, but that's how men are. Yeah. It's like, that's a manly.
Especially with football. Like, I think I know they like to get hyped up. Oh, yeah. Surely. They be smacking each other's helmets a lot.
Yeah, they're nuts.
They do that to each other.
I mean, well, they feel protected because they have all of the pads on, but it still has to hurt. But yeah, so I find that really interesting to be able to be willing to accept harsh criticism, but again, it's for the end goal is that you're going to be better.
Yeah, to speak on that too, I'm glad that I went through that through high school too, because it's kind of made me who I am. Like it's shaping me as a man. Like, growing up too, like even with real world situations, people talk to you a certain type of way, you don't really like snap out or you know, like I'm 19 and I feel like I'm getting a little more mature. So like,
oh no, of course,
things older people it will get to them, but it's like, all right, maybe he's not. Maybe he's trying to tell me this, or maybe he's trying to tell me that. Sure. Or I just look at things differently now, just because like.
Well, because it's kind of like thinking of you. What it is that your critical thinking skills are you're developing your basketball skills, but then there's basketball IQ, right? So basketball IQ, you need critical thinking skills to know what that is.
For sure.
So if you're looking at what the defense is, you have to start saying, okay, what could potentially happen? Mm-hmm. So that's the same thing that you're using out on the street is thinking of things in not your first impulse knee reaction, which for a bunch of knuckleheads is just to start swinging, right?
Exactly.
It's a little bit more methodical.
For sure. I got a couple homies that
even with fighting, like, so the boxers that I know, they were beasts in the ring, right? Really good. Yeah. But on the street, they were just calm. Nothing really
Chilling.
riled them up.
Yeah.
But they knew that if something were to happen, like they had real skills to do.
They already know.
So it's just in line with that. So high school. So you graduated from high school what, last year?
I graduated 2021 COVID year.
year.
Yeah, it was that was iffy.
A lot of. Did you do really online?
Iffy. I did all online that whole year, and that online. Insider on the online, I barely was doing online. I was sleeping on this. Man.
So how did basketball work during shutdown?
Shutdown, we wasn't really even going to have the season, and then we ended up having a season probably like 10 to 14 games. We usually have around like 20, 25. That year we were supposed to go to Hawaii. Our coach was finna take us out to, I think, this Kansas tournament. I was finna go to visit Kansas State. I had some stuff planned that year that had got canceled, so it was just a bummer. But I mean, thankfully we still got to play games. I mean, no fans or nothing like that, so it was still kind of. But I mean,
so just teams.
Yeah, it wasn't even. Yeah,
but they were real games. They were.
Yeah, it was real
record.
games. It's sad that I barely had a senior year. Like it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be for sure.
Yeah,
but it's
you're not gonna peak until way later.
I accept
it. It's like that's okay, it was done. No one could control anything. It was don't focus on it too much. It's like you're gonna be when you're 40, you're gonna have so many other things, so many other important events that a senior year in high school, it's like, who cares?
Exactly, for sure.
It's not gonna matter. So did you do a lot of play at parks and pickup games and
yeah, me and my boys like my boy John, Gary, we'll go down to the park in Renton, Liberty Park, Jamal Crawford's outside park. He got an outside park.
Oh, okay.
We'll go down there hoop, or we'll go on the north end hoop at Green Lake. But I like to, my knees been hurting lately, so I be trying to hoop in the gym.
Okay.
Go to
Not
LA
on
Fitness,
asphalt.
Yeah, because my knees be swelling up and stuff after. But I be icing it and stuff. But I don't. We be hooping at the park a lot. But now, we've been in the gym.
So I saw White Men Can't Jump for about the 10th time the other day. Have you seen that movie?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't.
You haven't seen this movie?
I have, but I haven't really. I seen it when I was younger. I didn't really pay attention to it.
Oh man, it is great.
I haven't really watched it for myself.
It's one of Wesley Snipes other than Blade. One of his
I know about it though.
Good movie.
But I didn't. Yeah, I know about it.
So the whole movie is about basketball hustlers. So they'll just go play pickup games and they make it seem like they're not good, and then they'll start to play for money, and then they'll win. But street ball is very different than organized,
yeah, no,
right?
For surely. Street ball is more you get the ball, okay, I'm about to score. I'm giving you a bucket, I'm about to I'm trying to do something. Organized ball, you gotta move around the offense, set screens, And
Does your coach encourage street ball or discourage street ball?
Maybe later in the clock. So if the clock's ticking down, it's 10 seconds left, then we'll go ISO or whatever, get a bucket. But early in the shot clock, we'll do plays.
You'll have to do a set play.
Yeah, we'll do screen and rolls or something, or have somebody come off the screen from down off the block or something.
So when you play at parks, you don't know everyone that you're playing against, right? Because it's just whoever wants the game.
But
And-
going there a lot though, they start to recognize you though. Once you go to the same park a lot, then, yeah. So a lot of people do know me down there at the park.
Man, that must be so much fun.
It is fun. I'm not summer. Is in the summer. It's fun. It'd be packed down there at Liberty. It gets active for sure.
How does it get heated?
Yeah, it gets hot. I'm like, but in Florida, it's way crazier.
Is
like,
it?
oh my goodness. Like,
You know, it is amazing how many athletes come from Florida.
it's like
There's
so
this-
humid outside. You feel like you're about to pass out. You're just sweating bullets. I
There's
swear.
this documentary. I forget which one it is, but it's one of these ESPN documentaries where in Florida, like within a 3-mile radius, that area has produced like 20 pro athletes between basketball and
I
football.
was just about to say that too. Football, they're crazy for football, but they got basketball players out there too.
And it was like they were saying, well, I don't know what it is about. They don't know what it is about this one little area in Florida where dudes are just, and like one of the guys, I forget who it was. He said that when he was a kid, he would chase rabbits through like fields and catch rabbits.
Oh my goodness.
And like that's what like Rocky chases chickens, right? But this dude was full on going and looking.
In Florida, you be outside with your friends a lot too. So I'm not surprised you'll end up just doing a lot of stuff.
Right.
Like the sports out there is real big. Like, you won't even really be in the house all day. Like and
You're
when in
out doing
Seattle,
stuff.
I'd be in the house, I'd be in the gym, go home or whatever. But when you're out there in Florida, you're gonna want to go outside. It's hot out there. There's a bunch of your friends. Like you're gonna find stuff to do. So just running around, that's normal.
Why do you think it's not that way here?
I mean, I would say like the weather, too. Like, sun's gonna make you want to go out. But I mean, here too. I don't know. I could speak on in Florida. Like I would say the community, like the neighborhood I was living in, like I'll always just see somebody outside, or I'll be at the court. Like here, like I don't really will see nobody who's just walking on the street or like that.
That's interesting.
And I would just wanna.
So you don't know your neighbors?
Yeah, not that much. I don't. I don't.
Then that's super curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know why, but like up here, like people are like more to themselves. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's a thing called the Seattle freeze.
Yeah.
Like we have not met those neighbors.
Okay.
But we've we can see them because it's pretty open. But we've already had a few chats with our neighbors to the right. But they're from Alabama.
Okay.
So they're friendlier.
Yeah.
People from the Midwest they're way like I'm from Chicago. So I'm a Midwestern guy, and I start up conversations with strangers all the time. But my wife is from here. She's from here, and she's not as crazy as I am. So there is something to be said about that.
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
Maybe it's just a different coast thing or something. I don't know. Because when I go over to the East Coast or down south, they be loving me over there. Like, you're from Seattle, bro? Like,
it sounds so far away.
Yeah, it does. They be making it seem like I'm from another country.
Yeah, we're pretty far.
Yeah, we are far, though.
We are pretty. I mean, it's a 6-hour flight from Seattle to Miami.
For sure.
So that is. I mean, if you're in Miami and you fly 6 hours, you can be well into the UK, right? So America's pretty big.
Man, oh my. Sure.
So when you play pickup games, is there? So it's all one-on-one. Do people
at the
ever
park?
play?
Usually it's just one-on-one.
It's all one-on-one.
Yeah, at the park.
And then you get mad that someone's a ball hog.
Yeah, I do get mad a lot too. Even my homies be ball hogging. I'd be like, bro, I'm trying to get a touch, bro. Like he'll be getting buckets though. They'll be getting bucks, so I won't be mad. But if they be pulling shots and airballing and just breaking, I'm all right. Let me touch that, bro.
How do what about fouls?
Fouls?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you call them though?
I mean, not me. Like I don't call them only because like they be crying a lot. Like they're just like, bro, why you calling that? Da, da, da. So, and then in Florida, like we play ref out there too. So
well, does the term "no blood, no foul" still get said?
No.
Oh, we used to say that.
We don't.
When I played basketball,
like that
that's
more.
how I played.
Yeah,
I would want to knock you down.
Shoot, I want to play like that too. They don't play like that no more. They do not play like that. You slap them on the arm or something, bro. Bro, look at this. My arm's red, bro. That's a foul.
That's whack.
I mean, let's play hard, bro.
Man, I would
say though, that's like the competition like is going a little down too though. That'll make you like play hard. That's competition right there.
Yeah.
Playing physical or rough and all that is gonna bring something out you. Like,
yeah.
Let's play hard.
Man, see, that's why I don't like playing. I don't like watching NBA. I have growing up near Chicago, in the 90s, it's like Jordan was right? And I was lucky enough to go to 3 games to see MJ play.
Ooh,
So he opened up a driving range near my house.
Yeah.
So when that opened, I talked my dad into taking me. So like I was here and he was like towards the driveway. But I didn't, that was it. And when he retired the second time, I did not watch any more basketball.
Dang.
And then a few years later, I turned to a Kobe fan.
Mm-hmm.
Love Kobe.
Yeah.
And then when he retired, I have not seen more than 5 minutes of NBA basketball.
You don't mess with LeBron, huh?
Well, no way. I hate LeBron. No, we have this talk at the shop all the time. You know what? But I don't like the way it's boring.
The game's changed, Tom.
It is.
You could finesse a lot of stuff now.
I'm an old head.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
It's
I feel you.
I somewhere I'll try to find it. I have there. It's this called the Bulls Dynasty DVD set that I bought 10 years ago, and there you can see You can see the best game from each of their 6 championships, but they also, where is it? Is it there? Or maybe it's in another one. The second year they won the championship. So 92, when they played New York for the Eastern championship, that was the
Real
best.
gritty.
Man, that was
gritty.
the best. Like, I love that basketball.
Yeah.
And it looks nothing like the basketball
It's
right now.
fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. It's fun to watch. Though.
It is so much
It is fun to watch.
So then now, LeBron can travel half to court. They won't call it.
There's a lot of technicals being called. Like, you look at a ref crazy or call him a tech. Like, back then, you could talk mess, all of that. You could push somebody and not get a tech. They'll be, I seen a video. Nate and J.R. Smith was running it in the stands. They was getting into a brawl.
Yeah, that's who. So, Ron back then when he was Ron Artest with Indiana, he's the one. Man, I believe that fight, that malice at the Palace, they called it, the big old fight they had in Detroit. That's what ruined it. That's
you
what.
Think so?
Yeah, that was that started this whole. I'll call it a decline because I don't like it. That started this whole thing of now the NBA because it gave the NBA a bad image of a bunch of hoodlums, right? Exactly, that can't control themselves. So then it's like nope, and then they started to get super strict, wanted to calm everything down. Yeah. So of course, someone who is as gifted as LeBron can be so dominant when there's no defense. And I can talk about this forever. It's like in 91, look at the picture of Jordan in 91 and then look at him in 93. He bulked up 20 some pounds.
You had to put some muscle on.
He put some muscle on because he was getting
them Knicks was dogging.
And Detroit before that.
Oh, them bad boys.
Bill Laimbeer. See, that's how I played, like Bill Laimbeer. Just the bigger, stockier dude. Yeah. And then if you're going to come down this lane, be prepared to fall down.
Man, don't come here.
See, that's what I love.
Man.
So like now, even I don't like the 3-pointers. I don't like any of
Curry
that.
be pulling.
I mean, that is pretty amazing what he can do.
You seen LaMelo Ball half court shot? Oh my.
Yeah, they're, but it's like, I was watching this other ESPN thing, and they were talking about how before they used to prefer like layup, right? The layup or the dunk is the most safest guaranteed shot.
Yeah.
And that coaches didn't like 3-pointers because you were making less shots.
Yeah.
So then they started to do the math and say, if we shoot 100 threes, but make 30% of them, that's more points than if we shoot. Yeah. If we lay it up.
Exactly.
So then that's when it started to turn to, let's just, the three thing. But I just don't like it. It's,
and each is his own, I guess.
So the NBA has not gotten any money from me since Kobe, because I think I had the NBA All Pass.
Yeah.
Before that, so once Kobe was done, the NBA has gotten nothing from me.
I don't even think those Christmas games used to be cool too to watch. The jerseys they used to have with the cursive on it, those are shitty too. I don't even think they be. I don't know how they be doing the Christmas stuff no more. But
here I gotta tell Speed to open the shop. Here, I'll send Paris a picture.
I know Paris was just talking about that. My God, P gotta hook me up with some hoop kicks for the season.
Well, we should do like a sponsorship or something.
For sure, something. For surely. Definitely rep Soulmates for sure when I'm in college.
So, what's your favorite team?
I wouldn't say I have a favorite team, but my favorite player definitely is Kevin Porter Jr. Yeah, he went to Rainier Beach too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he wasn't always my favorite player, but...
is he Kevin Porter's son from the Blazers?
No.
Okay. Because there was... was his name Kevin Porter?
Yeah, there might have been a Kevin Porter on there, but...
And what team does he play on?
He plays on the Rockies. On the Rockies. He's going crazy.
Oh.
His game is... Oh, my...
There was an announcer who got in trouble.
For the Rockets?
No, yeah. For... I don't even know if I want to say it. because I say this is just it was such a common thing. So No. Kevin Porter. What, did his dad pass away?
Yeah.
Yeah,
his dad passed away.
Yeah, so the announcer...
Oh, yep. I know what you're talking about. Something out of line, but I think the announcer cleared it up.
Did
something
he?
like that. He ended up clearing it up.
Yeah, because it was. What did he said something? He said something about.
He said something just like your dad or something.
Right,
like that.
But it was
something to that point.
Innocent.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed.
He had thought that. I think his dad was playing for the Blazers or something.
Yeah, because there was a Kevin Porter.
Yeah, that had played. That was already in the NBA. I think he thought. I don't know what he. I can't even.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, man,
that reporter definitely got that backlash from that, though, for surely. You got to know what you're talking about if you're about to talk about that.
Yeah. The other day I was thinking, man, I have made all of my friends super mad with things that I have said. I say things all the time.
Oh, my. I said crazy stuff, too.
You know what? I think it's funny, though. Yeah. I think it's funny. They don't think it's funny, but I think it's funny of how much power people give.
Oh my!
For this, like the other day, I said something to Paris, and he just looked at me, and then I said, "Don't give me that power." I said, "Don't give my words that power, because I will use it."
I
like,
be
I don't
doing that so
understand.
much. I've been doing that to my sister since I was younger. I be doing that to my homies. Like no matter who, I just like I don't know why. It's funny.
Yeah.
I just be picking on people. Like
Right.
I know I'm gonna get you, but I'm gonna tell you I'm playing after because
Yeah.
they're gonna get mad. But I'm just playing. Bro, chill.
It's like we need like people need to lighten up a lot too. It's like
that's
come
what
on,
I be
like,
trying to
like joking.
like chill, bro.
I mean, like they make fun of me all the time,
Man.
but I'm like, okay, fine.
Exactly.
But people who actually get pissed off at something that I say, it's like, why are you giving me this power?
Chill, bro.
It's like that doesn't make any like. Why would you? Why would you want to put me in such high esteem that my words are gonna
I used
destroy?
to be the same way, not no more though. I used to be like that.
Man,
Can't take nothing.
if you know, being super competitive, having that drive, and in a game, I mean, words are gonna fly.
Yeah. Oh my. There's a lot of stuff that's.
What do you
gonna be
think about
talked
this?
in the court?
What do you think about players getting angry and trying to kick fans out for trash talking them?
That's just it goes to like I don't know. They got that power, I guess now.
Man, but that is mega whack.
That's janky though.
And LeBron,
I don't know.
LeBron's trying to
Yeah,
get
I don't know how
multiple
much
people.
money that they be spending on those tickets, but some of those fans do be wilding though. Those fans do be going crazy.
As long as they're not sane,
Yeah.
right? Like
They be running on the court, doing all that, be trying to.
you can't say like no racist stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But other than that,
Yeah.
like let them say. I mean, you're supposed to be focused on the game.
Yeah.
Like there's a funny video of LeBron. They were leaving, and then some woman.
Yeah,
said,
that's what I was. I feel like some of the stuff that I was gonna say, like, yeah, they can say what they. Some of the stuff that the fans be saying though, I feel like be like clout chasing stuff. Like they'll say it on purpose.
Yeah,
like,
but you're an athlete.
but you are, yeah.
You are supposed to be focused on the game. If you are listening to these fans, you're not doing your job. And that is another reason why I hate basketball. Watching it, it's just not.
It's kind of tough for the athlete too, though, because it's what comes with it, man. You gotta hear all that stuff, even if it's true, false, no matter what's funny, not funny.
Back in the 80s and 90s, there was a crazy fan for the 76ers. And he was like one of these fans, like he had season tickets. So, like the crazy people for the Seahawks who dress up and everything. So this dude, you need to look him up. Crazy 76ers fan in the 80s. And he would just make a huge spectacle to get in the other team's head. And now they probably wouldn't let him do that now.
That's that pride. That's that team pride.
I just don't like it.
That's good though. I miss team pride. Yeah, that pride where you got those cats is holding up those.
Yeah.
All of that. I feel like even now at the games now, people just be on their phones really. Like they don't even. It's not really
right.
Like I don't know.
Yeah. Enjoy the seat.
Yeah.
Don't. Yeah, that happens all the time too. Even in boxing, you'll see like the first few rows that cost tons of money, and there'll be a guy who's watching, and then his wife or girl or hooker just sitting there not caring at all, not caring at all.
Oh my, yeah, man.
Man, that is so. What is your let's see, what am I trying to say? What has been your best game? Like, what's a game that you've played where, when you're sitting or laying there, you're like, man, that was good. I really like that game. Have you ever?
Man, what game? I mean, there's been games I had like 40, 50, like just off some playing in AAU. But I mean, like you mean like my best game or like more memorable?
Just something that it's like either a move or
the
or
move.
how you
I'm
just
not gonna
dominated
lie.
one player.
Prep school. All right, so look, I was going to Dream City Christian. That didn't work out, so ended up transferring to a school in North Carolina that same prep school year. And it was like, my coach is telling me, he's like, man, I went to this school, man, like, you're not going to really be liked like that going into there, because you're coming from another prep, going to another prep, and then you, even if you're good or not, just the fact that you're coming in and that's the spot, then Cass is going to be like, no, he's not going to get on this court with me. Like, this is my team already. So
right.
I must have came in, was killing, practice, whatever. First game, came down the lane and really just took off on somebody. Dunked on him so crazy. And I was like, ooh wee. That was the play. I'm not forgetting that one. I'm not going to lie.
Man, I
really baptized them. Like, oh my, it was crazy.
Oh,
it was crazy too. It was crazy. I'm like, that was like
that
first game on that team. All of that, like, that was memorable.
Did you get your some respect after that?
Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah. Like even with my teammates, those are my boys now. But even then, like they was like, dang, who is this guy right here? Like it wasn't even the same because they didn't know me like that. So when I dunked on them, they're usually like, if we're homies, or we're gonna be like, let's go, bro, or happy or something. They was like, dang, bro, high five, whatever. It was like,
man.
But then after the fact, it was like,
when did, how old were you when you could dunk? Started dunking?
My sophomore year. My freshman year, I was dunking, but it was like baby dunks, like rim grazers. I was not even getting up like that. But sophomore year, I was getting up.
Yeah.
I was getting up for sure. I was working out on the fields. I've been working out, but I don't know. I was working out with my guy Mark, hoop official, on the sled, really doing fields. Me, Tari, John, my guy Savell, grinding.
Do you just when you're walking down the street, do you just jump and try to touch stuff?
In the house, I do that. In the house, I do that. I in general, I do that. I do that. If I'm just going by, I just tap the top or whatever in the store or whatever. Brother would be like, I bet you can't touch that. Who can't touch that? Go touch it.
Man, I would love to know what that feels to dunk on somebody.
Man, it's
the best that I could do was I could grab the net, not the bottom weave, but the second to the bottom weave. I could grab up and then just grab it and then hold. That was as high as I could get.
You grabbing up, pulling herself, hanging on the rim. Like, I just grabbed the rim. I used to do that.
Now, if I did that now, I would be like that meme where it's like when I think I'm 18 and it's like, oh my God, it's just dead. Man, well, thank you so much for coming. I mean, I didn't even ask you, like, what's next? What's college?
College, man, I'm going to Yakima Valley College this year. Shout out to my guy, Marjan, ball champ. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's playing for the Bucks now. And I'll say he's paving the way for me. Just like,
so he went to that school?
Yeah, he went to that school. And like he's showing me like it could be done. Like the proof's in the pudding. Like it's like you gotta have the faith and you gotta work.
Right.
Like as long as you like really believe in yourself and you're really putting that work in, like nobody could tell you nothing. Like
right. No, yeah,
it's up to you at that point. And, like he really got to it. Like I realized that. Yeah. And once I realized that, I hope I realized it. I wish I did. I wish I realized it faster, like younger. But now that I got it, I'm running with it. Like it's up.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Yeah.
When does school start?
September.
So next month. Yeah, so what are you gonna do between now and then?
I'm gonna go to Mexico this month. You know.
Where?
I don't know it part. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta ask my peeps. We're finna go to Mexico. I'm gonna go visit my mom in Florida one more time.
Lots of traveling.
Yeah, basically do some traveling before we get back to the season. Cause in the season you don't really get that much breaks.
Yeah. So you're going to college. How does that work with, actually going to school and doing class work?
So for me, I've been out of school it's been like 2 years almost. Like the COVID year, for my senior year, I did schoolwork but it really wasn't like you didn't have to go in and do tests and all
Yeah.
that. You didn't have to even do that much tests. So that was that year. Barely did stuff, and then the prep school year. Then we didn't really do schoolwork either. Like you could have, they wanted the school I was at in Phoenix.
Yeah.
They wanted you to like enroll to like a community college, but it wasn't like mandatory. Like if you wanna stay sharp or whatever, you could go, but you still had to pay for that. I'm like, I'm not coming out of pocket.
They just want money
for that when I'm trying to earn a scholarship. so, so I haven't. Yeah.
So like that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But you still have to. Well, I mean, I guess that's a question. Do you still have to have a certain GPA to be able to play?
I think for surely.
But they make
you
it.
have to. But I mean, I think with basketball, I mean, you're gonna have tutors and stuff that's gonna help you. So I mean, if you don't want to,
what's your major gonna
be? Like I'm gonna do some in the dentistry field for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. For when I'm like not playing basketball no more, when I'm done, then I'm gonna fall in that dentistry because I like teeth. Like I had braces and stuff, so I don't know why I had to. When I was getting my cavities filled, they was putting the shot, doing the little. I don't know. I was like, I could do this. I don't know why
that is hilarious.
It grasped me, but I was like, I want to do that.
I'm gonna burst your bubble though. Did you know that there's a high suicide rate amongst dentists?
For real?
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that. I didn't. But I will not be in that category. I will not. Man,
that is. I mean, hey, there's that's recession proof, man. Mm-hmm. Everyone should go to the dentist.
Yeah,
there's
got to keep that mouth right.
Dr. Winston, dentist.
Man,
that sounds
Cole.
Good though.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds good.
I think they make coupe too. So
I've been watching those videos of dentists scraping off like mega callus. What do they call it?
I don't even be liking to watch those videos.
Like the caption was, "This person hasn't brushed their teeth in 5 years," and it was just the calcium buildup on their teeth, and I bet you that does not smell too good. And you wanna be in there.
Stink.
They're like, "Get me in there,
man."
It's like, move, get me in there.
I'll help you, I guess. But I don't know why they would just let that happen.
So you've got plans that you're definitely the mindset you definitely have, and the support system. Your dad again, and well, I'm assuming your mom too.
Yeah, I got a lot of support. Shout out to all my peeps, man. I got peeps in Florida, peeps in Arizona, Cali, New York.
Right.
Like, I got good support. I appreciate all my people for surely.
Nice. Yeah. No, that's super good. So then there's no reason why you shouldn't exceed and exceed.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Thank you so much for your time. It was really cool. I mean, you're interesting not only because you're because you're a kid. It's like I don't think I've had a kid on. And it's really I find it interesting to talk to kids who are have something.
Yeah.
Like, because most kids like don't have anything. It's like, I don't want to talk to you. Like you're boring me. Man. But like kids who are passionate about something, it's really interesting to talk to them because you get that. I'm an old, cynical, grumpy old man. But then to see the youth and the positive and the just the outlook, the positive outlook of life, and to say my journey is just getting started, and and then hopefully you will not end up a grumpy old man.
Yeah. I got another little hobby going on the side that some of my guys know about. I started up my I started up clothing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, this is not mine, but I got hoodies. It's called Winners Club. I got like stuff in the vault for sure. I haven't dropped yet.
All right,
but I'm big into me and my brother big into fashion. Like we like collecting sneakers, clothes.
Oh man, we didn't even talk about the sneakers.
Man.
Well, is it out? I
haven't dropped yet. I got hoodies, but I haven't dropped them yet. It's been I've been doing it really like mostly myself.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been a little hard, but I'm getting, I'm gonna drop stuff. It's gonna be some crazy stuff.
All right. Well,
some crazy stuff. Stay tuned for sure.
I will put all of your stuff in the show notes.
Come on.
So whenever, tag it and we'll go from there.
Come on.
We're excited to see.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you again.
All right, family.
And thank you for listening. You can find us on YouTube. You can see me stupid face. And again, follow us, subscribe on all of your favorite podcasting apps. And then the sponsors, Rancho Bravo Tacos and Soulmates. I should also talk about our Carol Boxing. I haven't mentioned them in a bit, but we're doing work. And if you're interested in learning how to box, they're gonna have a women's sparring fundamentals class coming up. I'll put all of that stuff in the show notes. So give them a follow, and we appreciate it. Adios.
Yes, sir.